News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
Various economic opportunities may be presenting themselves to western Montana. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Monday, November 9th, 2015. Right now, the sky is partly cloudy. We have 31 degrees in Missoula. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by the Mustard Seed Asian Cafe located in Southgate Mall. Two for-profit groups are exploring the possibility of opening medical schools in Montana, one in Missoula, one in Bozeman. A for-profit firm called Manipal Education Americas is exploring opening a Montana College of Osteopathic Medicine in Missoula. Manipal runs schools in India, Malaysia, Nepal, and Antigua. Entrepreneur Daniel Burrell and his family, who funded the Burrell College of Osteopathic Medicine in New Mexico, are studying whether to open a school in Bozeman in partnership with Montana State University. Physicians are concerned whether a hospital would undermine the state's current program and whether Montana has enough medical facilities to train hundreds of students. A utility-scale solar plant is being proposed near Missoula. California-based Cypress Creek Renewables, which is aggressively developing similar projects across the country, is proposing to build a 3-megawatt facility on 40 acres near Missoula. It says the plant would be capable of supplying energy to about 540 homes, though the electricity itself would be sold to Northwestern Energy to place on the grid. Missoula County Board of Adjustment will hold a public hearing in December for a special exception to allow the solar farm on vacant property zoned residential. Company spokesman Jason Card told the Missoulian newspaper that it's hoped construction can start in late winter or early spring of next year, with the farm up and running later in the year. Two fugitives from Washington State appeared in Missoula Justice Court via video from the county jail Friday. 25-year-old Olahide Fletcher is being held on a $250,000 warrant for an alleged drive-by shooting that occurred last week in Moses Lake, Washington. Fletcher fled to Missoula, accompanied by 22-year-old Tia Kelly, and was part of an officer-involved shooting. Montana Department of Justice spokesman John Barnes has more on that investigation.
The chief there asked our Division of Criminal Investigation here at the Department of Justice to move forward with an investigation into the incident, and that investigation has already begun.
Barnes provides details on how the investigation will proceed.
That investigation will include looking at the scene of the incident, analyzing any evidence that's gathered, interviewing witnesses and participants, and then once our investigation is complete, we will put together a case file and then turn that over to the Missoula County Attorney's Office, and then from that point forward, it will be in that office's hands.
The female suspect, Tia Kelly, is being held on a $1 million material witness warrant and has refused to waive extradition, meaning she will not voluntarily return to Washington State. Both remain in the Missoula County Jail. Speaking of crime, Missoula County appears to be in the midst of a crime wave. County Attorney Kirsten Pabst on Talkback on Friday said her office is processing an ever-growing number of cases.
We've taken another snapshot of where we're at just to get a sense of whether or not our caseload's growing or diminishing, and in fact, it's the former. As of last night, we had 1,575 open active cases in the office, say 6 weeks ago or so, and at that point we had not quite 1,300.
Pabst said the cases are being processed at a normal speed. There are just too many to deal with.
They're being processed as quickly as ever. We just have an influx of various types of cases. 785 of those are criminal cases. We've got 62 active juvenile delinquent cases, 59 mental health commitments, child abuse and neglect protective cases are at 348 right now. That's pretty high.
Pabst says the county needs more attorneys to process all the cases, and there is a distinct need in the Special Victims Unit. Right now they're looking for grant money to help fill those staffing needs. State wildlife officials are moving forward with a proposed purchase of 2 conservation easements totaling more than 10,000 acres near Columbia Falls. The Flathead Beacon reports Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks is planning to buy the 3,000-acre Haskell Basin property and the 7,150-acre Trumbull Creek property for the South Whitefish Range Conservation Project. The agency is accepting public comment through November 22nd. Last week, President Obama rejected the Keystone XL pipeline, and Montana politicians are responding. Steve Daines reprimanded the president for rejecting TransCanada's application to build the pipeline.
President Obama had an opportunity to help create good-paying jobs with the construction of the Keystone pipeline, but instead he chose to blatantly disregard the economic needs of this nation, the need for good-paying jobs like union jobs, energy costs for Montana families, and the will of the American people. The rejection of the Keystone XL pipeline by President Obama is an affront to the American people.
Governor Steve Bullock also released a statement last week disapproving of the president's decision. He said, quote, President Obama's decision to deny approval of the Keystone XL pipeline is wrong and bad for Montana. The jobs, economic benefits, and energy security the pipeline would afford Montana, especially eastern Montana, are now lost due to the dysfunction that has come to define Washington, D.C., end quote. All 150 Montana lawmakers will be asked to vote on whether the State Department of Revenue undermined the new school choice law by blocking religious schools from the tax credit program. Republican Senator Fred Thomas of Stevensville says a poll of the legislature will be mailed tomorrow to decide whether the Revenue Department's proposed rules to administrate the law go against the intent of the bill that passed in April. The poll's results will be published with the department's final rules and can be used as evidence in a lawsuit challenging them. There'll be a special assembly at Corvallis High School coming up this morning to kick off the Celebrate My Drive 2N2 voting campaign. Principal Tim Johnson said the school has produced its own driver safety video for the competition.
Corvallis High School has developed, with partnership with MAPS, which is a local after-school program here that works with multimedia. The two of us got together to work on this grant, which is a safe driving video. We submitted it to State Farm for their Celebrate My Drive promotion, and we were selected as one of the top 100 finalists nationwide, the only one in Montana.
Johnson's asking listeners to check out the story on our website and cast their vote for Corvallis High School.
So we're spreading the word out to everybody we can think of, because Monday through Friday is the time that the public gets to vote on their favorite promotional. Ours happens to be a video. Other districts have submitted photos, and so we want to get people out there to vote for Corvallis.
Just click on the links on our story on our website at Newstalk.KGVO.com to see the video, which, by the way, is very well produced, absolutely professional looking. And cast your vote. Of the top 50 high schools, 11 will get that $100,000 prize. In addition, each top vote getter gets an Echo Smith concert at their school. I have no idea who that is, but it must be good. Our News Talk time now is 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with areas of rain. Highs will top out in the low 40s. Tonight, rain changes to snowfall. We'll see around an inch of snow by early Tuesday morning. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for Missoula's KECI 13.